What's good? It's CADILLAKTRACKZ. I'm back again. Wanted to show everybody another feature as part of my template. I appreciate the support, everybody on my channel, and I'm back again. So I wanted to make another video. The last one stopped suddenly, so I wanted to kind of pick up where we left off, going over some of our presets on the template. If you haven't already, check out my custom MK3 template, but let's go ahead and dive right in. I'm making a beat right now, and one of the things on my template is a gross beat preset or a gross beat template. So I want to show y'all exactly what that is and how that works. If you have my template, you can load up the different pages. If I hold shift and I go up here to the top right and I hit my templates, you can see at the bottom I have a template called gross beat. When I load that template up, it lights up my MK3 like this. It has green pads and orange pads, and it has 3 banks of green pads and 3 banks of orange pads. These pads right here, they actually link up and correspond to the settings on gross beat. If you look on gross beat on the top left, it has the time section with all the different presets in green, and then it has the volume section with all the presets in orange, and that's why the pads are green and orange. These pads are set up where it has the different banks, each one 16 pads on bank 1, 16 pads on bank 2, and on the last pad or the last bank it has 4 pads. That way you're able to select all the different presets available right there on the left on gross beat, and also on the volume section, the orange pads, you're able to select all of those. What this allows you to do is it actually allows you to trigger these pads live, you know. This is a different way to use gross beat than we usually do. We usually set it, and if we do set it and we have it switching, we usually do that in the piano roll. But this is a way where you can get more creative with it, and you can actually trigger different presets live. You can even do them, and you can just be going between them, you know, back and forth. Gross beat has different settings. If you go right here to the bottom, the trigger sync setting, I can have the trigger sync setting set from 4 beats up to 1 beat, up to none. And what that does is the transition between different presets or different pads that I push, it can be triggered in a 4-beat transition or a 1-beat transition or a 1 bar or just an immediate transition. And what that will allow you to do is it'll allow you to manipulate whatever audio is going through gross beat and just freak it out in a lot of different and creative ways that you might have not ever thought to do, especially different sequences of presets, just because they're right there at your fingertip and you can push them so fast, so easy. So I'm just going to show you what I mean. I'm going to record this little thing that I was thinking to add to this. You can really get creative with it, but it's really up to you. But I wanted to make sure everybody knows how that works. So we have gross beat right here in front of us. I have a sound going through it right now. It's a pattern, a melody. What you have to do is you have to make sure gross beat is selected in front of you. And once it is, the pads are already linked up. I took the time to do that for you. It's part of my preset. And what I wanted to do is I was going to switch between these two. So like have the melody going and then all of a sudden switch it up right there. And I wanted the trigger sync to be from beat to beat. So every time I switch between a preset, it'll take 1 full beat before it switches to the next one. So I need to have it switched before the end of the beat comes. And so it's really about timing when you do it like this, but you can get real creative and do a lot of different things. What I'm going to do is, here, I have a blank pad right here. Some different presets on gross beat don't even take up all the different pads available, like this one, for example. And so I'm going to play my melody, and I'm going to try to figure out the timing of when I want the transition to take place on this sound. And so at the end of the bar, I wanted to come in at those two moments, if you will. So I'm going to try to record that. All we have to do is have gross beat selected and up in front of us. We just push record right here on the Fruity Loops, and then I'm going to let it play, and I'm going to trigger the pads using gross beat in the MK3. there it is. That's what I wanted it to do. I wanted it to the very end, the didn't. All right, so we went ahead and I pushed record. I turn it off, and then I'll play it back, and we can see if it caught it. And you can see right there. You can see right there on the left, if you look closely, where it switched the preset right there as the audio was coming through, you know, live. And there's so much possibilities you could do with it when I set it up like this. There's a lot of different presets that I could set up to be mapped out on the MK3. This is just an added feature that I added to the template, but I wanted to make sure everybody knew how to use it and seen it in action. So I just showed you. It doesn't actually show it's switching right there on growth speed, but you can hear it and you can actually see the preset switching on the left. It's just not showing the little scribble line right there on the right, but you can actually see it taking place right there. And this is all being triggered, and I just recorded it into the VST plugin. I have it mapped out to all the pads, so there's a lot of possibilities you can do with that, and I think you could see that potential. And that's about it, man. I'm just working on this little beat here. I was just kind of putting something together, and I'm gonna go ahead and I wanted to put that in there so I could show y'all how that little growth speed preset works. Hey, look at this. I switched back over to machine mode because remember, machine is always running. And we got a ghost playing, but machine's always running. Remember that. The template doesn't replace machine. You're trying to figure out how to use them together. And everyone seems to think that it's going to block or I might have to use one or the other, but never. Should always have machine available at the push of a button, so. And let me just make sure my growth speed preset is set up because it was sounding a little weird when I walked away. And yeah, you just make sure that you keep it on where it was when it started. That's why we love the template. We can open up different windows like that automatically. We can do a lot, but you got to take some time to go through the template. So peace out, y'all. Love y'all, man. Appreciate the support. Any questions, leave it in the bottom. And I hope this opens up some questions and some insight. If you get the template, you should be able to use all these features because it'll help you just get creative. I just put just a little itty bitty thing in the beat right there. So, all right, till next time. 1.